Well, a raging dispute in the Supreme Court of the country, possible contempt of court proceedings, and now a summons being issued to Baba Ramdev, the man from Patanjali. At the heart of the issue is a raging dispute between the Indian Medical Association and Patanjali Ayurved. The Indian Medical Association representing conventional medicine and conventional allopathic medicine. On the other, Patanjali Ayurved claiming to be a different branch of medicine altogether. At the heart of the issue, the genesis of the issue lies in advertisements and products that were released by Patanjali Ayurved at the time of the COVID pandemic. Now, during the pandemic, they came out with a whole slew of products which claim to be a cure for everything from the COVID menace all the way to BP as well as diabetes. Now, this is something that was red flagged by the Indian Medical Association. The IMA had called it a smear campaign. One, they argued before the Delhi High Court that not only is this a case of misleading the public, but that this will also erode the public's faith in conventional allopathic medicine. Now, the Delhi High Court had taken note of that. Subsequently, this issue traveled from the High Court to the Supreme Court of the country. And finally, in November of 2023, a very pointed, specific order was passed by the Apex Court. The Supreme Court observed that these advertisements appear to be patently false and misleading, and to that end, issued a very pointed direction that no further ads will be published by Patanjali Ayurved with respect to these products claiming to have medicinal value. That, however, seemed to have no effect whatsoever on Patanjali Ayurved. The ads continued. Now, this was red flagged by the IMA again before the top court of the country. The Supreme Court expressed its frustration that despite its orders, it had no effect on Patanjali Ayurved, that the ads were continuing and that this was on the face of it patently contemptuous, in contempt of court. Not just that, the Apex Court said that this is also in violation of various provisions of the Drugs and Cosmetics Act. So therefore, on February 27th, the Apex Court passed contempt of court orders against Baba Ramdev as well as Patanjali Ayurved, asking them to file a response. However, at the next date of hearing, which is today, this was an opportunity for the councils as well as for Baba Ramdev to explain their position. No reply had been filed. No response to the contempt notice that was issued by the Apex Court. And this is something that the Apex Court has taken very strong exception to. The Apex Court was very brief in expressing its frustration, but made it abundantly clear that there will be consequences. So what are the consequences? The consequence now is the Apex Court is looking to take action. In form of taking action, they have issued a personal summons to not just Baba Ramdev, but also the MD of Patanjali Ayurved, Acharya Balkrishna. They both have to appear in person before the top court and explain their products, explain why the orders of the Apex Court were not complied with, explain how these products are curing BP and diabetes and how they are in keeping with the provisions of the Drugs and Cosmetics Act. So the Apex Court looking to ask some tough questions and seeking a personal presence of Baba Ramdev for answers to those questions.